it's kind of nice to be able to help people and enjoy helping people while you're alive. Thinking, you know, it'd be nice to set up my son with some generational income, okay? There is no going back. You cannot get that cash back. Hey there, I am John Stevenson, the Guaranteed Retirement Guy. I'm walking around all day. I figured I'd kind of sit here in the snow and chat with you. There is a guy I just met with yesterday worth tens of millions of dollars. And he's like, hey, John, everyone's like asking me, why would I ever even consider an annuity? Because I don't need to. I've got tons of money. And I'm like, yeah, you don't. I don't know why we're on this call. It's like, look, I got a lot of money. I've done very well for myself. He's a pastor now. He's built a great life for himself. He's built a great legacy for himself, for his family, not just financially, but just as an example of service and impact, you know, in his community. So just kudos to people like that who are not just in it for the money, but in it to help. So anyways, this guy, all right, so he's married. He's got 2 children, adult children. He's got some grandkids. He's got 10 million in tax-free bonds. Incredible, right? He's making tons. He's making plenty, right? He does not need an annuity for income, okay? But he's doing it because he's like, all right, I want my wife to be set up and I don't want her to have to touch these assets. And I want to make sure that she doesn't have to think about it like it's dropping in her bank account. So he's not doing it because it's the most sound wealth creation device. He's doing it for his wife. He's doing it so that she has income and she doesn't have to go and try to liquidate a bunch of assets or saying, oh, what was my husband doing? Or what was he doing here? She could just live off the income and let the rest of the assets be. Or at least she'll have time to decide what to do with the other assets. So that's why he's doing it. So it's $1 million going into an annuity, and it's going to give her $169,000 per year after sitting for 10 years, okay? And it's going to grow pretty big. I mean, the benefit base grows to $2.3 million. It'll be multiplied by a 7.25% withdrawal rate, and she'll have that for the rest of her life. So there's always arguments, and there always will be arguments about how he would be better off putting that somewhere else. In fact, he told me, he says, I'd be better off putting this somewhere else for growth. He says, but I'm not doing it for that. I want the contract for my wife. Okay, I want her to have this from this contract. So if something happens to me, she can enjoy this income and not have to sit here and worry about how to manage the other assets to generate income. Because it doesn't sound to me like they need a lot. He's enjoying the wealth, he probably gives a lot of it away, and he blesses people's lives. He's a gentleman. He also has 2 kids. His daughter's super successful. His son is struggling a little bit with a few things, and he's thinking, you know, it'd be nice to set up my son with some generational income, okay? Kind of like generational wealth. He doesn't want to give him everything. He doesn't want to set him up for failure, because you can do that by giving your kids too much, but he just wants to help them. And so he's looking at a SPIA because his kid is 34 years old. And if you set him up with an income rider, it's not going to work, because you're going to be hit with a tax penalty. It's not going to work. So he's got to set it up with the SPIA, or a DIA really, because it's going to be deferred for 5 years. And his son is going to get $78,000 per year for the rest of his life. It's guaranteed for the rest of his life. There will be no cash value. His son cannot access it. So, you know, if they, you know, it's kind of like a spendthrift clause in your trust where you're trying to protect people from spending all the money. You can set up SPIAs where it gives them the income and they don't have access to the cash, because it's with the insurance company. Once you annuitize something with a SPIA or a DIA, there is no going back. You cannot get that cash back. Oh my goodness. Well, that gave me a little scare. And it's just because I heard Siri talking, and I thought it was somebody walking up behind me. Well, that's what happens when you're out in the middle of nowhere and your phone starts talking to you. Anyways, there are ways to set up annuities for generational wealth. And this is one way to do it. So I had to get out. My knees were freezing to death. But the snow was sure soft. It sure is beautiful. It's really, really powdery up here. It's just such a pretty place. It's in Alpine County, south of Lake Tahoe. See the mountain up there? That mountain is notorious for avalanches. So when we get tons and tons of snow, they sometimes will close off the road that goes underneath it, because it's just so dangerous. So there's a little piece of information there for you. And you go around here, and then that goes towards Blue Lakes, which is a place I like to fish. I actually did some videos over there a few months ago in some kayaks. You might remember those. Trying not to fall over when I was talking. anyways, so that's it. I just want to share that with you. There's a lot of cool stuff you can do. He's not going to use hardly any of his wealth to do this. He doesn't need to do it, but he wants to do it because of how much easier it'll make things for his wife and for his son. And he doesn't have to use very much of his money. And he's like, I want to use this money while I'm alive, not when I'm dead. And you can leave it behind when you're dead, sure. But it's kind of nice to be able to help people and enjoy helping people while you're alive instead of waiting for them to get it when you're dead. So that's what I like doing. I think it's just, look at that. There's a creek coming down. Looks like I can cross right there. Maybe. Without falling in. I don't know. I think I will jump. I do not want to fall into that. All right, well, hope you enjoyed the video. If you like the channel, like, subscribe, share, comment below if you got questions. If you're looking for an annuity for yourself, please feel free to book a call with me. There is a link below this video. There's a link on my website, johnstevenson.com. And check out my calculators, okay? They will show you what's available in the market. You can do your own research and then reach out if you feel comfortable. That looks like an awesome hill to go ski down. Look at that powder. Oh my goodness. If you never skied before, I guess you wouldn't understand. But if you have, it's just something else. It just really is when you're in soft powder. So anyways, all right. Thank you so much for watching and we'll see you next time. Hey, I really appreciate you watching the video today. If any of it makes sense to you, or if you found value, or if you even got a question about anything, I hope that you'll go to the comments section and ask it. There's no stupid question, and I'm looking forward to hearing from you.